Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the templates. The templates are an essential component of Easy IAP as they really do add to the functionality of the program. So you will be able to capture your local ambulances, hospitals, of course your personnel, communications, and some critical contacts for you. All right, but there are some nuances to each one of these templates. So I'm going to click on the ambulance template, and you'll notice that I have a red highlight in column D. Wherever you see a red highlight like this on any one of the templates, it means it is a data field that must be entered. Okay, so this must be entered correctly, either ALS or BLS. If you're not sure, just use BLS because that's the lowest training level at this point. Okay, so that's what we'll do for the ambulances. Now let's go take a look at the other ones. The hospitals are a critical asset, and down at the very end, column F, G, and H is where we have trauma center, burn center, or helipad. This information will go on to the 206 when you enter this information and click on whatever hospital you want to add to your 206 form. But it is very important that if it's not a trauma center or a burn center or a helipad, just put no. Okay, yes or no. And again, if you're not sure, put no. And then if it turns out to be yes, you can come back here later on and change that. Okay, so that is the hospital template. Personnel, the key component there obviously is agency. Okay, first name, last name, rank, those are all important, but the critical one is the agency. And it's important that you keep the same agency name spelled correctly or abbreviations. It's all one and the same. And if you deviate from a name, the program will treat it as if it's a separate entity. So it's very important that you remain consistent the way you spell your agency or abbreviate your agency throughout your personnel list here. Okay, communications. This one here is critical that we capture the channel number and the receive frequency and the transmit frequency. All right, so those are the three key factors that must be added to the radio channels in order to create a unique radio channel frequency. Okay, so we need the channel number, the receiving frequency, and the transmit frequency. So that's the communications template. And then of course the critical contact list is just the very simple name and mobile contact number of the individual that you want to attach to your virtual Rolodex, which is part of the critical contact list. This basically creates a list of people for you that you may have to reach out to at some point. Okay, so that's how we create the templates. Okay, now that we have our templates created and the important areas have been added to those templates, the ones with the red highlighting, let's show you how we download those. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I've already clicked on the icon to start the program, and I'm going to download those templates into the program. So let's give this IAP a name. I'll just call this bomb threat. And I will click OK. And this will get our IAP started. So once the program opens up, we're going to go up to File, and then we're going to click on Setup. So here's File up in the upper left-hand side. Click on Setup, and I'm going to add two databases, one for the hospital and one for personnel. Let's do the hospitals first. So I click on Hospitals, and now I'm going to scroll down to the bottom where it says Import Update Hospital Data. So I'm going to click on Import Hospital Data, And then I'm going to find where my templates exist, which in this case is going to be right at my desktop. So I'm going to scroll down to where I stored those, and I'm going to click on Hospital Contact Template. Now click OK, and those hospitals have now been entered. Okay, so if I wanted to delete these in mass, I could highlight over here on the far left all 3 of these, and then on my keyboard click delete. All right, I'm going to re-import the same hospital data and show you that if I wanted to delete individually, I would just go to the right-hand side and click delete. Now, if I wanted to re-enter that information, I could then go back to the hospital and enter that one record that I deleted. Okay, now the process for all the templates is essentially the same. So let's go back up to File on the top left, Setup, and then over to Personnel. So at this time I'm going to bring in the personnel. So I'm going to click on Import Update Roster, click on my personnel. Okay, so now my personnel has now been downloaded into the program.